Morning Belser, it's time for our morning announcements. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Chantel.
And we're your anchors for BTV.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Today is Friday, October 2nd.
Today's lunch menu is
Honey barbecue sandwich,
chicken quesadilla,
ham and turkey chef salad,
turkey bacon ranch wrap,
golden corn.
and tater tots.
Syria, under the leadership of Bashar al-Assad, is in civil war with masses of people leaving over the past few months. The Associated Press is providing us with a background report on what has been happening in Syria over the past few years that led this area of the world to experience such a large number of people migrating to other countries.
International news. To add to the situation Syria is in this week, Russia has sent another airstrike targeting ISIS in Syria. It destroyed an ammunition depot.
The turmoil in Syria has been the longest and bloodiest of any of the Arab Spring uprisings. What started in March 2011 with a handful of street protests has descended into a civil war that has left thousands dead. The first spark of rebellion came in the town of Dara, when a handful of young Syrians were arrested for writing graffiti calling for the fall of President Bashar al-Assad's regime. Just a month later, protests spread across the country, and the Syrian army cracked down in response, posting snipers and shelling neighborhoods. The conflict would eventually spread to major Syrian cities like Damascus, Aleppo, Homs, Hama, and many more. Some soldiers defected and created the Free Syrian Army, the largest armed opposition force challenging Assad. And a refugee crisis emerged and has accelerated with intensified fighting as thousands of Syrians flee to neighboring countries. Sectarian divisions play a role in this conflict. The opposition is mostly Sunni Muslim, a majority of the population in Syria. Christians have given soft support for the regime, largely out of fear that the rebels may try to establish an Islamist state if the Assad government falls. The Druze, an offshoot of Islam that largely live in the Israeli-annexed Golan Heights, share similar fears. Kurds in northern Syria have remained on the sidelines, maintaining autonomy much as Iraqi Kurds did during the war in Iraq. Members of the Alawite sect, an offshoot of Shia Islam, dominate the Assad regime, many top military posts, and a band of militias called the Shabiha, which many believe are responsible for some of the most heinous massacres against Syrian civilians. Both the Arab League and the United Nations have failed on multiple occasions to implement a peace plan. The Assad regime is emboldened by its strongest allies. Iran's connection is mostly religious, as it holds a Shiite majority, and Syria is one of the few fellow Shiite governments in the Middle East. Syria's connections with Russia and China are economic, as the country imports weapons and a wide range of other goods. Many diplomats also believe Russia and China hold onto their alliance with Syria as a buffer against American influence in the region. Russia and China have veto power on the UN Security Council and have used their votes to scuttle 3 UN resolutions to put pressure on the Syrian regime. Both countries worry the UN might enforce a resolution with a military response. After the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, many worry that Syria could devolve into a protracted regional conflict with no clear idea of what a future Syrian government might look like if Assad were ousted. It's hard to know when or how this conflict may end, and further bloodshed seems to be the only certainty.
And now to Kennedy with the sports and weather update.
Good morning. Today will be cloudy with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 48 degrees. Cross country has their Marion County Cross Country Championships on Saturday at 9 a.m. 7th grade boys basketball tryouts for students not in fall sports will begin this Tuesday. Tryouts for 7th graders and all 8th graders will be Tuesday, October 20th. Now here's Fiona with an interview of one of our tennis players.
Action.
I'm Fiona from BTV, and this is Aiden McMonigal from Belser's tennis team. I'm going to interview him.
Do you think your team works well together?
Yes, I think we work well together because we all practice together and we just follow directions, and yeah.
What are your goals for this season?
To play singles instead of doubles.
Why did you start?
I started because my brother played, my grandma played, my grandpa played, and they just got me into it.
What do you think you've gotten better since the beginning of the season?
Yeah, my forehands and backhands and serves are all better, and yeah.
Well, good luck to you and the rest of your team.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Bruins.
Thank you, Kennedy and Fiona. The Belser blog, our student newspaper, is on your calendar page on Tuesday's date. or you can find it in files on your all-school Canvas page. The newspaper remains there for you to read at any time.
Take a look at the newspaper during your silent reading time today. Zendaya Coleman released a new Barbie doll based on her Disney character, Casey Undercover. Just a few days later, Demi Lovato tweeted Barbie asking for a new Barbie doll based on her body type, offering to model it herself.
Fans responded negatively that Demi would ask for a doll to be made after her, but they were missing the point that she was making about needing dolls with the shapes of average, everyday people.
Interesting fact. Every year, October ends on the same day of the week as February.
Today is National World Smile Day.
Joke of the day.
What do you call a man attacked by a cat?
I don't know.
Claude.
And now to Miss Coble with our Mystery Voice Challenge.
Stay classy, Belzer.
Good morning, Belzer. So good to see you this morning. I want to show you some more books that people want. Let's see. Mr. Alexander would love to have the book The Edge in his classroom, and Miss Wood would love to have The 14th Goldfish. Let's see, Miss Stewart wants This is Pusheen, and I can't wait to read this book. Oh wait, I've read this book. Oh, okay, it's a good book. And you know you want them, the UV Top Secret pens. You know I've got them. They're $3 at the book fair. So come in through D-Lunch. We're going to be turning off. We're going to be closing after D-Lunch today. So come on in this morning and get your things. Okay, I have a mystery voice today. I will tell you who yesterday's is. But first of all, I want to let you know how we're doing as far as our goal, trying to sell $3,500 worth of books and supplies at the book fair. We are at $2,872. So we have, let me see, $628 to go to get to our goal. Can we do it? I think we can. Okay, yesterday's mystery voice was Miss Hartzell. I have a mystery voice for you today. Please send me your guesses by the end of first period. And then Monday, I'm going to be giving a lot of the books away on Monday. I have the final mystery voice on Monday. See you then, Belzer.
Sunny Side Up
by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm.
Florida's
Supposed to be
the Sunshine State.
But 10-year-old Sunny doesn't seem to fit in like her name might suggest.
Yes, this summer has been rough.
Older brother is going through a lot, and she wants to be there for him. Back in Pennsylvania.
Visiting her grandfather doesn't seem to be part of the solution at all. Sleeping on a creaky bed.
Eating your lovely bird menu at the diner.
Life in this
senior citizen community
is just not for her.
But what she'll discover about herself might make this summer worthwhile after all.
Sunny Side Up
by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm.
Good morning, Bruins. Want to give a huge thank you to Miss Coble for all the work she's done this week for our book fair. Hopefully lots of you have taken advantage of that opportunity and gotten some good books in your hands. Appreciate the teachers also making time to bring students down and all the parents that have come in the mornings. It's really been a great week. So thank you to Miss Coble for that. I am going to read off the 10 names that came out of this morning's drawing for Reading Log incentive from Tuesday. I want to encourage you to make sure you have your 120 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do something I normally don't do, and I'm going to let you know that next Tuesday we are going to be doing whole class incentive again. So that means your college prep class has an opportunity to win donuts next Friday, that Friday before fall break. So I'm encouraging you to hold your classmates accountable, encourage them to get their reading done over the weekend and next Monday, and then Tuesday your teachers will be collecting those reading logs, and again, we're looking for 85%. Okay, we're setting that goal for every single college prep, 85% participation, and your class can get donuts next Friday. So please encourage each other to read. This week we had individual incentives, and I've got 10 winners here that I need to come meet me in the front office right now. Melissa Delgado from Mr. Miller, Kiera Hawkins from Miss Hicks, Antoine McDarley, I believe, from Miss Tiggs, Glenn Peters from Miss Schulte, Nigel Pack from Mrs. Carlson, Daverin Rayner from Mrs. Carlson, Kaylee Williams from Mr. Schultz, Anaya Howell from Miss Avery, Tyson Moore from Mr. Miller, and Kaylin Broughton from Miss Schulte. Those 10 students, if you would, please come right now to the main office and meet me so you can get your incentive. Everybody make it a great Friday. I do want to give a quick shout out to our AVID students who are participating today in our Indy Do Day. Guys, we've got 20 community members and parents who are volunteering their time today to come to our school and help us beautify our campus. We're going to be moving mulch and trimming bushes and picking up trash and spending a lot of hours today trying to really make our school look good. And I want to remind you how important it is that we take pride. This is our home. Some of you spend a lot of time here. I know a lot of our teachers spend a lot of time here, more so even than at home. And we need to make sure we treat this place like our home. So we're going to work today to beautify our campus a little bit. And again, I want to thank all of our AVID students ahead of time for all their service hours they're going to put in today. Have a great day.